Arsenal 1, Newcastle nil. We have the 3 points, but we didn't do anything when it comes to our goal difference or goals scored. Waka, welcome back to another match reaction. Arsenal beating Newcastle is good news for us, but we would have wanted to see a lot more goals. We were just really sloppy in the final third, and we have some new injuries, which is not great at all, especially because they are attacking injuries. Let's start off with the lineup. I kind of expected this lineup. The only thing that was 50-50 for me was if we would have Mosquera or Ben White as the right back. The rest kind of self-explanatory. And yeah, we started off. It wasn't amazing. I would have wanted to see at least even more attacking impetus. Newcastle almost immediately scored a goal. Osula was in within the first couple of minutes, and it could have been a disaster already. Luckily for us, he fluffed his lines, he fell over, and after that, we started to take control of the match. We had a couple of corners. One of them as a shot with his left foot and it went wide. And then we had the third short corner. Madueke into Havertz. Havertz lays it off for Eze. First time shot. Bent it into the far corner. Side netting. Amazing goal. Puts us 1-0 up in the 9th minute. And from there on, it kind of became the match that we always expect from Arsenal. We go 1-0 up, kind of go into a shell. The other team has the ball a lot. We try to counter, but our counters just aren't sharp enough. There was a moment where Odegaard had the ball. Madueke, Havertz was making a run, but he delayed it. If Odegaard just gets that ball and releases it immediately, Havertz could be going towards goal, but he delays it. Havertz has to stop his run because he's offside, and then eventually he does play it to Havertz, but the whole momentum of the attack was already gone. It was just those kind of things, man, that was really holding us back again. And especially with Odegaard, it happened a couple of times where he should have been quicker with releasing the ball or more brave with his passing. But it's kind of the story of the whole season. It's really weird because it does feel like when Odegaard plays for Norway, he does do the things that we would want to see at Arsenal when it comes to the attacking passes. But unfortunately, he didn't do it today. Madueke wasn't at his best, but he hasn't been great for the last couple of matches. He couldn't really get the better of Dan Burn. His he had one moment where he had a low cross, but yeah, that's the downside of having Havertz as a striker. There are a lot of moments where he isn't in the striker position, so the ball came across the goal, nobody there, unlucky. Maybe Madueke should have just pulled it back and then waited for the guys to come on and then put it into the box with his left. But yeah, our attack was just really sloppy, as they had some moments here and there, but nothing really troubling. The goalie, at least not too much. Unfortunately, yeah, Newcastle had a couple of moments here and there in the first half, but the first half was overall comfortable, apart from that first chance from Asula. Then the second half starts, or in the first half, about 30 minutes in, Havertz gets injured. Jokeres comes on. The problem is we keep playing Jokeres as if he's Harvard. It just doesn't work the same way. He makes a lot of runs, but nobody really plays him in. There was a moment, I think he was just on a couple of minutes. Saliba had the ball. Newcastle was all the way pushed up to the halfway line. Jokeres had a lot of space in between those center backs. You could tell that he was on that line waiting for Saliba to play that ball over the top. Saliba plays it wide. Ben White still had a chance to play the ball over the top. He also chooses a ball just a couple of meters in front of him, and nothing really comes from it. And I understand the criticism when it comes to Jokeres that he doesn't win enough aerial duels, that when he gets the ball on the ground with a guy in his back, he doesn't control the ball really well. He doesn't always link up really well with the rest. But if you want to get the best out of him, why not give him a couple of those balls over the top? It's just really annoying to see this. Second half starts, it's Newcastle in the beginning. They have a lot of the ball, but they don't really create too much. Eze goes off injured, which is annoying. You had a moment where one of the Newcastle guys slips. Oh no, first you had an attack where Rice gets the ball on the right side of the penalty area. He either has to shoot or he has to square it to Jokeres. He over dribbles it. No chance, no shot. Later on, you had a guy slipping from Newcastle. Odegaard gets the ball. Instead of just playing it to Jokeres on his left, he delays, plays it to Zubimendi. Zubimendi tries a ball over the top that's way too deep into the 18-yard box and goes out for a goal kick. Just a lot of chances squandered there, man. It's really annoying. Yet as they're going off injured in the second half, later on when Zubimendi went off, it didn't look like he was really comfortable because he went straight to the tunnel. Yeah, MLS was in the midfield for the first time, but yeah, he couldn't really do too much. A lot of defending for MLS. Saka came on. Saka almost immediately got the better of Dan Burn and scored a goal, but unlucky, it deflected off of Dan Burn's foot. You had a counter attack with Martinelli that didn't go to plan. You had a counter attack with Jokeres where he had to square the ball with his left foot, his weaker foot. Pass was horrible. But yeah, you can't really expect more than that. For me, I wanted him to just keep going. Either just cut back to your right foot and then play the pass across, or just keep going and maybe get a chance for yourself. Unlucky that he tried to do a pass with his left, which is his weak foot. But yeah, I know he's gonna get a lot of flack for that one. Even though our more creative players fluffed their lines even more than he did there. But hey, that's the Arsenal fan base. There are a lot of people who just want him gone, even though he's only been here for one season, hasn't been played to his strengths. But people want him gone. People like Harvard a lot more, even though Harvard lets us down season after season, not scoring important goals. I don't know what's going on there with the opinions of our fan base. But hey, to each their own. Wissa almost gets or he gets put through by Voltemade. He overhits it, ball goes over. Lucky for us. Yeah, we hold on to that 1-0 lead. It wasn't great, it wasn't amazing. We really messed up our attacks. We could have scored a lot more goals if we were more decisive and more clinical in moments. It's just really annoying, man. But at least we get the 3 points. We hadn't won a Premier League match in April, so at least that's happened. Next up, we just need to keep winning. Hopefully, we can score more goals. We have to wait and see how the injuries turn out. But yeah, it's just I'm happy for the win, but you just can't be too excited because of how this all happened, man. It's just why can't we just score more goals? We have Atletico midweek. Hopefully, our shooting boots are there when we go to the Metropolitana. We really have to try and at least score like 2 or 3 goals. Get just a good win under our belt so we can go to Fulham with confidence or into the match with Fulham with confidence, and also to make that second leg just a bit easier because after that we have West Ham. So we just need to start ramping up and start getting our attacking flow just dialed in, man. We really need to score more goals. We really have to take care of our players because I don't want Arteta to just chuck in Saka now every moment because there's a big chance that he gets injured again. You've seen it with Eze and Havertz now. They came back from injury, they've played minutes, and now they're injured again. I know we need them, but maybe ease some of these players in. I know it's crunch time, but maybe just give him one half, just give him some sub appearances, and just go from there, man. But we will see what happens. See you guys after the Atletico match. Thanks for watching. Peace.